Dear friends, hello again. We are together with Health Astrology. In recent times, especially in the last 3 to 4 years, we have dealt with various variants and pandemics. We tried to recover ourselves, went through a lot of difficult times, etc. But what did all these teach us? Dear friends, I think it taught us to value public health and to take care of ourselves, to stay standing no matter what, all together as a nation to us. Therefore, dear friends, in today's Health Astrology program, which organs do our signs represent? By learning this, which diseases are we more susceptible to from an astrological perspective? Let's learn this. What do you say? Shall we do it together? Then let's start right away. Since very ancient times, especially remnants from the Babylonian, Egyptian, and Chaldean civilizations, about when treatments would yield more positive results. And inscriptions such as various types are found in archaeological studies and research. In Ottoman period archives, Atenato, in handwritten manuscripts, in works related to times, in Eshref Sati studies, information about health during good and unfavorable times was included. In recent times, serious studies on health astrology are being conducted in many Asian and European countries. Dear friends, the fire family is the most active and a bit more like a lion. Then, when we look at the astrology literature, we start with the sign Aries, which tries to maintain leadership. A masculine sign, a sign that sometimes has sudden bursts of anger, it can suddenly turn into intense rage. So, what do you think is the reason for this? Because the planet it represents is the planet Mars. In other words, it is influenced by the planet Mars, the planet of struggle and war. Dear friends, Aries, the active and energetic sign of the fire family, represents the head region. Due to their active and excitable, even impulsive nature, they are prone to injuries or fractures from a young age. They can be prone to fits of anger and consequently to headaches. The adrenal glands are extremely sensitive. Let's also add stomach and digestive system issues that may arise due to stress. Yes, dear friends, we continue with the Taurus sign. As you know, Taurus is one of the most humanistic and idealistic signs of the Earth family. They have a side that loves people, yet they also have sudden bursts of anger. This can surprise us a bit. We can be amazed at how someone who loves so much, who values people so much, can become so aggressive. Let's not be surprised, because Taurus also wants the best for the other person. Yes, and they have their own frameworks and rules to which they are ideologically attached. They may not be very supportive of breaking these rules. Dear viewers, let's also mention that Taurus is ruled by Venus and is one of the feminine signs. Taurus is a sign that can exhibit aggressive and irritable behaviors. This situation can sometimes tire and unfortunately upset their loved ones. During this time, stress energy keeps accumulating in the astral body or aura body of Taurus individuals. Taurus is the sign that represents the cerebellum region. They are prone to issues in the neck and lower back regions. Smoking and enclosed spaces are not suitable for this sign at all. They should be cautious against colds and bronchitis. Due to their fondness for food, they can gain weight quickly. Next is Gemini, known for their curiosity and indecisiveness. You know, the famous sign that makes us say, "Oh no, will you finish it?" when we hear about it. This is the famous sign that is greeted with such remarks. The situation actually stems from the energy they emit to their surroundings due to the complexities they sometimes can't get out of. Because they love people, they have a lot of curiosity, they have a lot of curious aspects, they love being around intelligent people, active people, and they want to let go of themselves and help others. So what happens this time? Disappointments can come along, dear friends. Stress can come along. Depression can come along. It is a masculine sign. The planet of the Gemini sign is Mercury. Dear friends, Gemini, the sign that represents the lungs, arms, and shoulder areas, they do not like to use too much medication. When they feel compelled to take medication, it will stress them out. People of this sign have a high likelihood of injuries and fractures in the upper body bones. They should always be cautious against bronchitis and asthma. Their nervous systems are also extremely sensitive. Now it's the turn of the warm-blooded water sign, the charming Cancer, but it's also like a difficult puzzle. Valued friends, these are the signs. Their ruling planet is the moon. They are prone to anxiety and can sometimes even become hypochondriacs. They fall into the category of feminine signs. In fact, they don't really like going to the doctor too much. Then, how long do they wait? Cancers, represent the chest area, stomach, and duodenum. Due to their disappointments and unique emotional structures, they are signs prone to introversion and stress. Sometimes they can become anxious and exhibit hypochondriac behaviors. However, this sign, which doesn't immediately go to the doctor, will only frequent the doctor's office when absolutely necessary. Because they get caught up in worries, they can often suffer from indigestion. Meanwhile, they have a good appetite and always have the risk of gaining weight. On the contrary, in some Cancer men, the traits of being underweight can become very prominent. In general, they are prone to gastritis and ulcers. I would like to add something related to the topic I just mentioned. Yes, women of the Cancer sign are more prone to gaining weight. The planet is the sun, leader. Active. Loves to show off, and when you look, it's clear from every angle that they are well groomed. Which zodiac sign is it? Of course, it's the Leo sign, dear viewers. The king and queen of the forest, the fifth sign of our zodiac. Just as it is the sign, it also loves to be in the forefront. One of the signs that loves success the most. It ranks among the masculine signs, Leo sign. Leos have a strong constitution and do not easily fall ill. However, the phrase "the flesh is weak" applies to Leo, because their wounds may heal slowly. The heart of the lion represents the spine and back. In fact, it is a sign resistant to illness. However, because they love to live actively, they may encounter heart failure and problems, especially in their old age due to their intense pace. Also, if an illness lasts longer than necessary, it means the panic period has begun for Leos. They may become anxious and exaggerate this process. Now it's the turn of the idealistic and perfectionist Virgos. Virgo's planet is Mercury, and it is categorized as a feminine sign. Virgos can sometimes be difficult to tolerate by those around them due to their blunt and sharp actions. They can appear as work bosses. Sometimes in their roles as parents, you know how they have a quest for perfectionism when they take it too far. Virgos may encounter disappointments, some arguments, and issues related to stress. Virgo is famous for its perfectionist side and is a sign whose people often overwork themselves. This situation increases the risk of nervous disorders. This disciplined and meticulous sign represents the nervous system and intestines. Virgo individuals, like Cancers, are also prone to stomach ailments. Being vigorous is extremely important for Virgo. Because this sign, which cannot tolerate failure, will not want to waste time with unhealthiness on the path to its ideals. Meanwhile, there are aspects where they themselves are at fault. Virgo also has tendencies to prioritize their workaholic behavior, get too absorbed in the business world, skip meal times, and forget about balanced nutrition. It's time for Libra, who can act calmly, is generally calm, but rarely gets angry because they cannot stand injustice. In the sign of Libra, let's also mention that Libra, whose ruling planet is Venus, is a masculine sign. Dear friends, Libra represents the kidneys and the lower back region. Libras, who are peaceful and love to share, can often miss their meal schedule when they get caught up in work. They have a balanced and sensitive nature. They need calm, mood-appropriate, and fair environments. However, they can become indecisive, and this can turn into stress. In the event of an accident or various developments, their calm nature can suddenly change. In such situations, they are prone to nervous breakdowns. Now, we come to a sign influenced by two planets, Mars and Pluto. Next, the feminine sign of the water family, Scorpio. You know, famous for its ambition yet open to energy exchange enough to heal itself, it actually emerges as a sign that can repair itself with positive thinking when we look at it from a health perspective. Don't ask how it can repair itself despite having so much ambition. At the same time, its helpfulness and possessiveness towards loved ones are also very strong. Scorpio ambition. It means that the positive suggestions it sends to the universe, like a boomerang, return to it positively. This ambitious and intelligent sign, representing the sexual organs, namely Scorpio, places great importance on sexuality. They also have a structure that requires them to be careful not to stand for too long. They are curious, value intelligence, and due to their intense lives, their nerves can occasionally become frayed. They are mostly ambitious and pioneering at work. Their ambition to achieve what they choose can pile stress energy onto their astral bodies. In such situations, they may open the door to depression. Dear friends, now it's time for the masculine sign Sagittarius. At the same time, the planet of Sagittarius is also revealed as Jupiter. It also has the straightforward speaking characteristics similar to the traits we mentioned earlier. Sometimes, what Sagittarians say can be found sharp. That's why it's a sign close to stress. Sagittarius, the straightforward sign, represents the liver and thighs. Sagittarius people are generally active and enjoy group activities. Therefore, they need a lot of energy. Their straightforwardness can sometimes lead to misunderstandings and cause stress. However, despite their stubborn demeanor, they are well-intentioned. But no matter what, they feel compelled to tell the truth to the other party. They feel the obligation to do so. Since they also represent the veins, they are prone to conditions like varicose veins and visible veins on the skin. Sagittarians whose hormonal glands work well should never neglect exercise. Perhaps they should also incorporate daily walks into their lives as a program in the form of short walks. It's the turn of the sign that is idealistic, hardworking, self-confident, and whose reliability is evident in every aspect, always expecting the person in front of them to be reliable as well. Of course, it's the Capricorn sign. Saturn is the planet that influences the Capricorn sign. This idealistic sign, which represents teeth and bones, is extremely prone to orthopedic issues. They should not neglect dental care and medical checkups. Additionally, they are also susceptible to rheumatic diseases. Those who tend to become introverted may invite depression. Their idealism and desire to secure the future are well known, and failure is their greatest fear. For this reason, they may occasionally exhibit signs of depression. But ultimately, their logical and idealistic sides will manage to rise up. Next is the air sign Aquarius, known for its freedom. The planet of Aquarius is Uranus, and Aquarius is also a masculine sign. Valued viewers, Aquarius represents the circulatory system. They generally do not fall ill very often. They have a careful nature that protects them. The heel areas are under negative influence. They should not neglect taking breaks. They are prone to hernias and similar issues. They should be careful not to stand for too long. Meanwhile, since their nature cherishes freedom and always reacts to pressure, they may encounter stress and show a tendency towards depression in highly pressured environments. Pisces is the sign with the most emotional intensity, full of love, always seeking love throughout life, friendship, and affection. Of course, zodiac 12, you know the Pisces sign. It is a feminine sign and the second of the signs with two planets. The planets Jupiter and Neptune are the planets under which the Pisces sign is influenced. The Pisces sign represents the feet. Even slightly tight shoes can cause discomfort. They may need to use orthopedic insoles. They have no tolerance for numbing with alcohol. Their energy drops immediately and they can become lethargic. They may experience emotional sensitivity, disappointment, and the stress associated with it. Because this sign, which loves people very much and is in search of love, is unfortunately prone to disappointments. Let's advise them not to speak without getting to know everyone well,